Detroit with the legendary trainer who knows everything about Kronk Gym, Detroit, and boxing, and Klitschko brothers, Mr. Emanuel Steward. So how this thing with Kronk started? It is actually Kronkowski.
The Kronk Boxing Gym was really just a recreation center that is located in what in the early 1940s and 50s was, and 30s, was a very famous Kronk Polish neighborhood.
Yeah, okay.
And it was a very popular politician named John F. Kronk. Originally, before they came to America, it was Kronkski.
Oh, okay.
Once they come to America,
it happens to many of Polish names.
And so the Kronk Gym is located in what was a very famous Polish neighborhood. And I started training boxers at the gym in 1969. And many people ask me, what does the K stand for, the R stand for?
Yeah.
No, I said just one name.
It stands nothing, it's just a name.
And as a result of that, we went on to become the most famous boxing proper gym in the world for developing fighters. And today, oftentimes, whenever I'm training in different places, most of the Polish people are a lot of relatives of the original Kronk family. They all come out to support us. And I've had a few good champions that were Polish. My dream one day is to have a professional world champion who will be Polish.
Yeah, it's, you know what, it's, we could have a professional champion who will fight one of you famous boxers. We are talking about Klitschko brothers. You know them both very well. We start talking about this crucial fight for Tomasz Adamek versus Ariola. If you can remind the listeners and the viewers, what was your opinion about Adamek and what was Klitschko brothers before the Ariola fight, and how this thing changed after?
Well, to go back, I was very impressed when Tomasz Adamek fought my boxer, who I managed, Jonathan Banks, who was undefeated. And I thought that Tomasz was not as talented, not as big as Banks, and he knocks Banks out. And then later on, I see shortly after that, he's fighting Chris Ariola, which I think he had no chance of winning because California.
Yeah, I remember you actually saying this publicly.
No Polish people too much in California, where it was mostly Mexicans, and Ariola's so big. And I was totally surprised and amazed at the beautiful boxing performance of Tomasz Adamek. And when he beat Ariola, I became a Tomasz Adamek fan. And since then, I think he's continued to improve. He's an amazing guy because he's not so big for a heavyweight. And he's still winning and winning, mainly because he has such heart and determination. He represents the true personality of the Polish community. Much determination, nothing fancy, but very hard work and very sincere, dedicated athlete. And now I'm getting a little excited about him possibly fighting
in September
my heavyweight champion, Wladimir Klitschko of Italy, but most likely Wladimir, who I train. And I have much respect for Tomasz. He's not so big, but he's improved as a boxer, but his determination, and particularly if it's in Poland, means that he's going to be very difficult to beat.
Were you surprised how quickly the both sides came to agreement, knowing all those problems the K2, the Klitschko brothers had with David Haye? Because it was, you know, let's be honest, it was a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, and the agreement was right there.
I was somewhat surprised when David Haye fight fell apart that they made the fight with Tomasz Adamek so quickly with the Klitschkos. And I think it's because everyone realized that they need a good heavyweight fight, and the only heavyweight fight after David Haye and Klitschko is Tomasz Adamek.
But can you...
I'm going to have to get with Don. Let me get back to finish up with Don.
Yeah, with 1 minute. If we can just finish the last more question about Wladimir Klitschko and the Tomasz Adamek. Were you use what you saw when Tomasz Adamek was fighting Jonathan Banks when you want to prepare Wladimir, or it's just something so you want to start from the beginning? Okay.
I didn't see anything special when Tomasz Adamek knocked out Jonathan Banks that I would try to use into preparing Wladimir Klitschko to fight with Tomasz Adamek. Adamek is a very tough guy. and very, very intelligent in boxing, even though not fancy, but his size is a handicap, but he makes up for his intelligence in his own way and his determination. And I've always believed that a determined man is a dangerous man. And particularly if we fight him in Poland, it's going to be very difficult. But I didn't see anything with the Jonathan Banks fight compared to a Wladimir Klitschko fight, two totally different fights.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.